3 of Dwarf Fortress. And this time I actually got it right. So anyway, a Goblin invasion just came, so I don't really have any good soldiers trained up right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wall myself in. I'm actually going to build walls around the fortress, and down at the trade depot entrance and at the main entrance to the left or the west or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, because that's the best possible thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm also going to start mustering a ton of troops up into the ranks because I need more soldiers to fight them. Because at this point, I wasn't actually going to build the wall. I mean, yes, you kind of know in the future now because I am going to build the wall, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So, I think I have, what, I have 31 soldiers? That's roughly 6 times more than what they have. Right now, they're not actually coming for me, they're just randomly fighting dogs and stuff. Which, unfortunately, my dogs aren't doing any damage to them. They're trying. And also, unfortunately, most of my dogs are outside, so a lot of them are going to get killed. Because they can't fight them. Even war dogs don't fight the, even war dogs don't fight the goblin like axemen very well. But they do better, not well, they just do better than, normal dogs. I'm not sure what it is about them. I don't really know why. But I did finally figure out how to trade war dogs, and I finally started, so. And yeah, I'm moving my guys to here, where there's going to be the only breach, which should be nice. And everything else will have a wall on it. And now I'm hoping that the animals will hold off the enemy goblins long enough for me to build the wall, and then I'll be safe. And yeah, there's lots of dead animals, and quite a few missing animals, which means they weren't butchered, or actually intentionally killed. Yeah. So anyway, what I need to do is get this guy from working on the rock pots to working on the wall. Because if we don't get this wall built, there's going to be a serious issue known as death. While my militia probably could kill the axemen, I'd prefer not to actually have to fight with them because, you know, fighting's not really my style. My style is going behind their back and just stabbing them. But yeah, not exactly ideal. So anyway, what's happening? Not much. Yeah, the goblin warriors do not get wounded at all by my weapons, which is kind of depressing. Well, by my dogs, I don't know about weapons. I just need to get dwarves to stop going outside so they don't get walled outside. I mean, I can live with losing all my dogs, but I can't live if I lose all my people, or any of my people, really, because there are only 49 of them right now. So I need to make sure I keep them all. If I had like 1,000, which my population cap is not that high, my population cap is only like 200, like the normal is, but I'm just saying, we cannot afford to lose, like, I mean, if we had 1,000 people, I could afford to lose a few. Luckily we don't, because that would probably make like it would lag so much we got like 1 frame per second. And yeah, swords dwarf. Oh yeah, I did build some swords, so I do have some weapons for the swords dwarves. I have a bronze sword. Yeah. Now 2 of them have real weapons. Now I'm just throwing weapons at them at this point. Because I want them to be the best armed as possible. Because really, that is really, really important. The equipment matters a lot more than the actual skill of the soldier. If I had like steel armor and like swords for everybody, we could probably crush that ambush, even though none of them have any skill except for like 4 guys. And theirs are all like competent and skilled in their chosen like accident. The best part of crossbow dwarves is that they don't really have to be all that good to kill. You see a lot of them. Because like, but having like lots of wrestlers, that's not very good because they still die. But, having lots of, whatchamacallits, crossbow dwarves, they just fire more bolts, so there's a higher chance that they'll get mortally wounded someplace. Because they could all fight at the same time. The haulers only attack like 2 or 3 at a time because that's all that can fit around them, or make it to them before the axemen like chop their heads off on their way there. Not really good. But whatever. The axemen still haven't come down, which means I'll probably be able to easily finish this wall. And yeah, I want to forbid everything outside the fortress, because I don't want to be messing with setting doors outside. Nothing should be going outside. Oh, I see a few turkeys out here. That means they'll probably end up dying too, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I have so many turkeys, and a lot of them are inside, so it'll be fine. I suppose I could just buy more animals from the caravans, but then I'll realize on getting an industry first, which I do not have. And we are building the wall. You can see it being built. And they're just hanging around up here, killing dogs and other random animals. Yeah, my dogs are trying to fight back, but they can't really, because, I mean, they have armor, they have gigantic axes and swords, and... Well, no, they only have axes, but they've got axes and armor. And my dogs just have themselves. Yeah, not really a recipe for success. So anyway, yeah, there's no water to give to anybody because it's winter. And here, that means everything's frozen. So what I need is some water inside, which I don't have, but I'll get to work on that later. I don't know when. I have so much stuff I need to do later. Probably dig deeper as well so I can find some lava or something so I don't have to bother with like charcoal and whatnot. And so I can actually find some metals, but several things like that. I hope they go kill some of those mountain goats or something, because we don't need the mountain goats. And I'll just delay them long enough for me to build up my wall. Yeah, well, they probably won't. They'll probably be like, oh, I love you, but the dogs are evil. Yeah, I'm getting rid of my military because we did just finish the wall, which means we're perfectly safe. They can't get to us. And we'll be fine here for pretty much forever. I mean, it's not like we're going to starve. We have more than enough food, even if we didn't have a farm growing us more food. And yeah, it's going to build weapon traps, so we don't have enough weapons for that. So I'm going to build cage traps. About traps. Stone traps are the easiest kind of traps to build, but they're also the least effective, because they just drop a stone on somebody. Usually it doesn't do very much damage, and it usually, and it doesn't do, and it only works once, and then you have to reload it. Usually only like breaks an arm or something, if that. Sometimes their armor deflects it, which is, kind of depressing. Yeah, I threw a boulder at you and you just blocked it with calling it. But, you know, whatever. And let's see. Oh yeah. Cage traps are very helpful because they, you know, they pretty much kill it. Or, well, they don't kill, they capture everything. What they do is, they, oh yeah, when something walks over them, it, just automatically captures them and puts them in the cage, which means they're not actually dead, but they're disabled, which is almost as good. The other thing I have is a weapon trap, and that kills things. When you build it, you put a bunch of weapons in it, and then depending on that, that's how deadly it is. But that's all for now, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.